Hey guys. I realized I haven't posted in a little while. Holidays were crazy and everything. Family was here and just didn't have time to do anything. Um, I really didn't have too much crafting done over that time anyway, so it really doesn't matter. I do want to give you guys a few updates. My daughter Breland is being sent for a wheelchair sitting next Tuesday, a week from today. Today is Elvis Presley's birthday. Like, I don't know sure if any of y'all care, but we care here. So, yeah, so we're doing a little. She's wearing Elvis, and of course, Elvis stuff on. So, anyway, but she's going in for a wheelchair sitting and everything like that, and I wasn't really wanting her to have a wheelchair. I was hoping that she would be walking, but at this point it's not that they're giving up on her walking, it's that they are trying to make sure that we have yeah, that we have a place to transport her in, or something to transport her with. At this moment, it has gotten pretty, yeah. It is hard some days, but others it's okay. Uh, um, I don't exactly remember the last thing that I talked about or anything, so please forgive me. It's just been a very crazy and long couple of weeks, basically, I think a couple of months now. I did do a diamond painting for my best friend. Uh, I didn't get a video of it being done or anything else. I basically, by the time that I finished it, I was just not in the mood for it anymore. There's a lot of stuff going on there that just I'm not really caring at the moment. So, yeah. It was an elephant done painting anyway, so it doesn't really bother me. But anyway, we took her to Ohio to go see my grandmother. We took my son to my grandfather's grave, which is the man he's named after. We took. We ended up getting a Walmart worker in trouble in Ohio because they have these things called Caroline carts. And my daughter, I guess they're for disabled children that, you want to feel a little bit more independent and whatnot. So I thought it was like an amazing idea, and I was like, ooh, that is awesome. I was like carrying her through the store before all this happened now. I walked into the Walmart and I had seen one and I was like, ooh, I can put her down in here. Well, a Walmart worker comes at me, yelling at me that is for disabled people and I cannot use it. And I, in the same exact tone that he yelled at me at, yelled right back to him, this is a disabled child. Thank you. And turned back around and keep putting her in the cart. Well, my mother, my sister, and my aunt started going after him. So yeah, that was fun. Let me tell you. He ended up getting in a lot of trouble because he came at me twice, not just the one time, but he came at me again. And I'm sorry, but they don't ask if you need to use the motorized cart. So why are you going after me for that? That's ridiculous. And I said that in my email to corporate and in my phone call to corporate. You don't ask if, you don't go after people that are going for those carts, the motorized carts. The women could be 2 months pregnant. Oh, I need a motorized cart. No, you don't. You're 2 months pregnant. Get over it. And you're really going to yell at me when you see a very, very limp 3-year-old laying on me very, very limply. Yeah. I wasn't really impressed. I guess he did get in trouble, but it's still the fact of the matter that you're really going to sit here and question if we need that. It's kind of cool. But anyway, besides all of that, the trip went pretty well. My sister made me go see my father, and that will be the last time that ever happens. A lot of things going on there, and I really don't wish to discuss too much of it. Basically, my father is no longer going to be a grandfather to my children. Period. So, with that all being said, I just wanted to give you guys some updates on what's going on here with her wheelchair, her, everything that's going on. We're working on hand control right now, working on her focusing on one thing and wanting it. We took her to a speech therapist a week ago, and she kind of made me a little upset because she was basically like telling me that the communication I have with her is my opinion and not her opinion. My child has picked purple for almost everything and anything. I'm not a purple person. I don't like purple. So, where did she get the purple from? It wasn't me. I didn't pick that. That was her. All her. I think she just doesn't understand that we aren't, how do I say it? That we aren't really putting it in her head that this is what she wants. I don't think she understands that it's not us doing that at all. It's my daughter really wanting this. So, yeah, we've had to have a lot of Elvis going because she's been really upset with certain things and stuff like that. And so there's been a lot of Elvis stuff. We actually got a lot of Elvis stuff for Christmas, both me and her. I ended up getting an Elvis gold record. I'm excited about that. So, yeah, we both got a lot of Elvis stuff. For a lot of you that don't know, my 3-year-old was not wanting to sleep in her crib anymore. And so she decided she was going to go ask Santa Claus for a big girl bed. And like I said, she decided, we asked her, she gave us her indication smile of yes, that's what I want to do. And she showed Santa Claus what she wanted for Christmas. We went to the zoo to go see Santa Claus. And I'm going to tell you guys this right now. Santa Claus was freaking amazing. My sister leaned down and gave my son to Santa Claus because we weren't sure how my son was going to handle it. My son didn't even care. He was like, whatever, I'm here. I'm going to sit here. Because he had really said right before, he goes something about Santa Claus pee. We're not really sure if that's exactly what he said, but he did say Santa. So, well, he didn't say Santa Claus. He said Santa pee. So, not really sure. But then right afterwards, he peed his pants. So, we're not really sure what he meant. I don't know. We are potty training. He's 16 months old and we are potty training for the simple fact that he keeps taking off that diaper. He keeps making sure that he's telling me when he's either peeing or about to pee. And for 6 months old, sorry guys, my nose. For 6 months old, that's incredible. So, yeah, that's going on. On top of everything with that, Santa Claus was absolutely amazing because my sister leaned down and she told Santa Claus, she's like, my niece is disabled. And honestly, I didn't actually have to hold her. I didn't have to help him hold her or anything. He held her and he had control of her. I went to walk away so that we could just get a picture of just them at the just the kids and Santa Claus. And then I felt kind of bad, like if I did walk away, even though he had her, would she cry? So I continued staying in the picture. I felt bad because I think actually if I would have walked away, she would have been fine. But I just didn't want her flipping out on Santa Claus and Santa Claus not knowing what to do. But he kind of already knew what to do. So I was really, really impressed with the Santa Claus. I don't know. It was just amazing to actually watch somebody after you tell them that she's disabled to just take hold and know what to do. it was amazing and an incredible experience, really, because I think it was the same guy from last year. We just didn't tell him last year she was disabled. But anyway, so there's a lot of things that have gone on. I'm waiting on a chair to come today, so maybe I can get back to crafting because I've had a lot of back issues. It started senior year when I got into a car accident and I had my back to a door. I This is the dumbest thing I've ever done in my life. I don't know why I even was sitting like that. I had my seatbelt on and I had my back to the passenger door. And I was talking to the driver. And the driver was my boyfriend at the time. I don't know why I would have ever sat like that. I was 17. I was stupid. I didn't really care. I basically probably thought I was invincible at that point. And then less than 6 months, well, actually more than 6 months later, probably about 7 months later, we lost his dad. But anyway, oh, then I wasn't quite 17. I was 16, going on 17. But we lost his dad that December in a car accident, of all things. But anyway, it started then, and a car went off to the side of the road, and my boyfriend at the time went over in the other lane to miss it, and we were going over a bridge that was going over 95, and the other side is just this big hill that goes down into, I guess, apparently there are houses down there, but this is huge hill to get down to it. There's a road to obviously go down to it, but there's a hill over them. Well, all I saw was this car bouncing back into the road, and I knew he wasn't far enough over. He tried to continue going further over, and at 40, we were going about 45, 50, and she hadn't actually slowed down to any kind of speed, so she was probably going about 40, 45. And all I saw was them bouncing back, and the next thing I know, I thought the car that hit us went over the hill, and we were actually, our tires were hanging over the bridge. But the door that I was leaning on is the door she hit, and it bent it in on my back. I didn't even realize it had happened. I honestly was more concerned that she had gone over than anything else. I ended up basically breaking my collarbone. My back was messed up completely, and that's when I found out that I have a form. And I say a form of spina bifida. I don't actually have it, I have a form. I have where my last vertebrae didn't mend together. That's it. That's the only thing I have. It is kind of a miracle that I did walk, like as a child and everything. But I don't have, the actual everything, the legs and everything. I don't have all of that. We found out that my mother's half sister, Myrtle Opal, actually might have had spina bifida because she died at 13. She couldn't walk, talk, or see. So, it was a long, long, long time ago, so they may have not even actually known what it was at that time. But anyway, because apparently it's hereditary. It is hereditary, which is why they've had to check both of my children, and both of their spines did fuse. So I'm not concerned about that. I had those checked, and actually I ended up being called high risk pregnancy to make sure that they both did fuse together like that. So yeah, there's that. Sorry guys. Anyway, I started then, and then when I gave birth to my daughter, I've had a lot of problems there. When I was pregnant with her, she was laying actually like back onto my spine, and it hurt so bad, and no one even knew I was pregnant because she was sitting so far back in, and it really, really hurt. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't really do anything, and I was working 40 plus hours, and nothing I could do about it. And right at the end, right before they were going to decide if I was going to do a C-section or not, she decided she was going to pop out. And that's when I looked like I was pregnant. Right at the very end, that's when I looked like I was pregnant. Well, my son didn't do that. My son was all up front. But because of the damage from the car accident and from my daughter, the weight that I had pulled up front, it kind of hurt my back a little bit too. So trying to do all of these, my lower back is just, it's messed up. So trying to find like the perfect chair that was going to be helpful to me, have lumbar support and everything. And we think we found the perfect one. Hopefully it'll be here today. I'm excited to get it together and get started back onto my crafting, because for Christmas, I actually got diamond paintings for Christmas, guys. People gave me diamond paintings that had to be done, obviously, for Christmas. I gave them diamond paintings that were already done. And everybody flipped over my diamond paintings. They were in love with the diamond paintings. The people that got them, people that saw the people who got them, I mean, I had people just raving at me with them. And I felt really, really good about myself. Like, oh my God, they actually cared, you know? And because obviously, as I have spoken before, it's going to get dark, guys. So, like, just give me a second. As I have spoken before, they have had, sorry guys, I know it's getting dark. I just want to be in my room real quick. But they have been kind of, I don't know, every time I've given them something or I've done something, it's like, it's not good enough. And so, with them raving over my stuff like that, I was like excited. And sorry guys, like, yeah, that was a mess. Like, don't look at that, y'all. Just don't look at that. But anyway, wow. Okay, but anyway, yeah. I just want to give you guys a few updates and everything and let you guys know what's been going on. And I hope y'all have a wonderful day. And have any questions or anything, just ask me and I will answer the best I can. Bye, y'all.